Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So as you can see from this title, today I did my colorful look using the Jaclyn Hill palette. I've been waiting to do this exact look since her palette, like she posted a picture of her palette, like that little corner that I used has been eyeing me for months. So it is just an ombre cut crease with yellow liner. This look took a lot of focus and a lot of time, and I'm not sure if I described it well enough, but if you have any questions, just leave it down in the comments and I will get back to you. So yeah, let's just get started. Okay, to start off priming my skin, I'm going to use the Mario Badescu facial spray, the rose water one, and my Too Faced hangover... my Too Faced hangover primer. This video is going to be kind of all over the place. And I'm going to try to use as many different products as I can. I don't really have anything new. And then for eyebrows today, I'm going to use the Brow Gal by Tonya Crooks. Tonya Crooks. You guys. This is not looking good today. Tonya Crooks. And I received this with BoxyCharm. It's just 3 different shades of eyebrow powders. So of course, I'm going to take the darkest one. I'm just going to take the brush from the same company, the Brow Gal. It's just an angled brush and it comes with a spoolie on the other side of it. And then to carve my brows out and prime my eyelids, I'm going to be taking the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. I haven't used this in a while because the shade is really light for me. But I am going to be doing a colorful look, so I want the base to be a little bit brighter, because it'll make the eyeshadow really pop a little bit more. And to carve that out, I'm using the Morphe M113. And then I'm going to buff it out with this fluffy brush. I think this is a Urban Decay brush from like a Naked palette. I've been really liking this brush to buff out my concealer on my eyelid. I don't know why, it's just, I like it lately. And then just gonna pounce that in with my beauty blender, especially the outer edges. And of course setting that with my Mercier translucent powder. I already kind of know the color combination I'm going to be doing for my eyeshadow, and I want this to be a super dramatic and extra look. So I'm going to be taking the Benefit High Beam, and I'm going to be taking that on the high points of my face. I'm just going to blend that out with my finger. And I really want like a flawless base, so I'm going to be mixing my Makeup Forever Ultra HD foundation in the shade Y345 and my Wet n Wild Photofocus foundation in bronze beige. The Makeup Forever gives it that really luminous look that I love, and the Wet n Wild will give me that coverage and that flawless looking base that I want also. And then we'll be mixing that all together. I've never tried this combination. I hope they work well together. And then taking my Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in the shade Sand. And then setting that in with my Mercier translucent powder. I'm so tired. I took a little break to gather myself mentally because I couldn't even talk. I was just messing up a lot. So took a little break, but I just look more tired than I did before, and I sound raspy. I'm going to skip back to the eyes because I need to wake up and I feel like I'll get real excited playing with these shadows. So taking my girl Jaclyn Hill's palette again, taking Creamsicle and an ABH Fluffy blending brush, and I'm going to be using this as my transition shade. And then taking the shade Jada on a Morphe M518 brush and putting that into my crease. So this particular step is going to take a while because I have to make sure it's really well blended, because I want to keep it tight into the crease. I don't want to smoke it out. So I'm going to go in with a light layer, make sure it's blended out well, and then add that on, and then blend it out, and add it on, and blend it out. And then for the flicking out motion, I'm going to take my Morphe E36 brush. And since I have hooded eyes, it really helps me to make sure that the color shows through once I cut the crease. I kind of look like, that looks so evil, but kind of like straight like this, to where I can see where to blend out and where the color will show while my eye is open and looking straight. And it just gets perfectly into the crease there. Okay, I took an official break to gather myself, and I really had to build this up, and this took like 40 minutes. And now I'm just going to cut my crease with my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. And then I'm just going to be setting that concealer down with some translucent powder. But if you have hooded eyes like I do, make sure you do your cut crease above your actual crease cut because once you look up, you don't want to mess up that shadow, so you want to make sure it's already down as a cut. What is going on with my hair back here? And then taking this small smudger brush, I'm going to define my cut crease a little bit more with that greenish shade. I'm going to be doing an ombre effect kind of thing with those shimmers, so let's see how that works out. First, taking the shade Pool Party. And next, taking the shade Twerk. This is a dark purple or what? That is really not shiny whatsoever. I don't know, but these shades are like coming out really dry on my eye. I don't know if it's just my eye. I'm gonna try wetting my brush and see how that works. So I just did an ombre kind of thing. I first took Pool Party. That is what is on the inner corner of my eyelid. And then I took Royalty. That is what is towards the center of the lid. And then I took Twerk on the outer part of the cut crease. Yeah. I thought that was blue. It's just like a dark purple. I was kind of sad about it. Okay, I'm going to go back to the face and then back to the eyes. Taking my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer on a dense e.l.f. brush. I'm going to use that as my contour and my bronzer. And for blush today, I'm going to be mixing these two shades in my BH Cosmetics blush palette. One is just like a peachy shade and the other is a more pink shade, like a hot pink. And for highlight today, I'm going to be taking my Anastasia and Nicole Guerriero, whatever. Okay, I'm going to be mixing these two shades, Forever Lit and Glow Getter. I put hella powder on this. I realize now it was a mistake. And then taking this next Vivid Bright eyeliner in the shade Vivid Halo. Then I just added this NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in the shade Prague. this is the name of it. And then taking the Volume Lash Scandalized by Rimmel. But I gotta do my lower lash line. But I don't really like the way that looks, so I'm gonna try this out really quick. It's a little better. I'm gonna mix in Pool Party. So I'm just gonna put on some mascara and pop on my lashes, and I'll be right back. And that is all for this colorful look using the Jaclyn Hill palette. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really hope you guys love this look. I'm obsessed. I'm gonna zoom you guys in. If you liked this look, please, please, please give it a big thumbs up for me so I'll know. Also, I would really appreciate it if you subscribe. We are slowly but surely growing on here, and I am so happy. I appreciate it so much, you guys. So if you're new, this is your first tutorial you're watching and you like what you see, subscribe. And yeah, that is all for this video. I will see you in my next one. Bye, guys.